Hello and welcome again in the online lecture series of MDU Syllabus BTech second semester common to all branches. We are studying the fourth unit of WT is welding, and so far we have covered the basic introduction of WT, and later on we described why WT, uh, different factors that affect the different factors that affect welding, and what are the basic uh, qualities and what are the basic parameters that control welding. So right now we are going further, and this way you can see the basic manufacturing processes are basically defined into four processes. Casting processes we have earlier studied. Casting processes in third section, in third unit we have studied casting processes, where we told that the metal is molten. The metal is the temperature is above the melting temperature, and metal is completely solid. Metal is completely molten into liquid form, and then it is sent into cavities known as mold. Then after that, we came to forming processes. Before that, we came to forming processes, and we started about forming, and we came to know that in this forming we basically apply pressure as compared to temperature, and temperature is also applied, but in little quantity or without temperature. So in casting, we got to know about the ingot casting, shape casting, powder metallurgy, and then forming processes, forging, extrusion, and sheet metal forming. Then now we are discussing joining processes. Machining processes is beyond our syllabus, beyond the scope of the syllabus, and machining processes we have seen only in workshop in manufacturing practice lab. So when machining processes we don't have to cover, only three basic processes we have to cover. So when we are coming to joining processes, we can see joining processes are basically five types. One is welding, brazing, soldering, adhesive joining, and mechanical fastening. Adhesive joining and mechanical fastening, uh, these are basically at the physical level only. They are not involved in any atomic level or intra atomic level, so intramolecular level. So only mechanical fastening are related with physical bending and physical bonding, like we know nuts and bolts and other fasteners, screws, and etc. So mechanical fastening is at the physical level, whereas adhesive joining is also basically joining two metal by a binder or by a gum is called adhesive joining. So in case of welding, only welding, brazing, and soldering are joining at fusion level and joining at molecular level. And in this in this welding, brazing, and soldering, the molten metal is fused together in order to have a metal joint and in order to have the strengthy joint. So this way we have welding, brazing, and soldering. So we earlier discussed that temperature difference is when the temperature range is of below 400, then it's soldering, and above 400 degree centigrade, it is brazing. And when coming to welding, we have normally a high temperature zone, and also we use we apply welding to the ferrous materials. Although it is applied to non-ferrous metals also, but selective non-ferrous metals are taken, and welding only we have ferrous metals and very high strength and very high temperature of working also. So this way we have welding, brazing, and soldering. We'll discuss one by one in detail. And first of all, we have to discuss welding because we have many welding technologies. So welding processes are uh, SMAW, GMAW, GTAW, SAW, FCAW, PAW. Then solid state arc welding. Arc welding is basically, first of all, we have to produce. In the introduction section, I told that we need three elements. First is heat of fusion. Second is pressure. Third is either pressure, if it is not, if don't apply pressure, then we have to apply filler metal. So three basic elements are required for welding. One is heat, another is pressure, and without pressure we have to put up a filler metal or additional metal in order to give strength to our bond, to our joint. So the metal is produced, the heat is produced by different sources. If we produce heat by arc welding, if we produce heat by arc, then it is known as arc welding. And if heat is produced by electrical resistance, it is known as resistance welding. Then if heat is produced by solid state, like rubbing or friction, so in that case the heat is produced by friction, etc. So these are known as solid state welding. Whereas in case of high energy forming, high energy uh, beam, high energy producing beams like laser beam welding, electron beam, we we get the heat from these beams. So these are called beam processes, and we are getting the energy, the energy of fusion from beam processes, from high energy beams like laser beam, electron beam, etc. So in solid state welding, we have friction resistance welding (FRW), then ultrasonic welding, ultrasonic welding. So these are basically obtaining energy from the friction and other sources without producing any arc resistance or any beam, without any source of, without any uh, special source of heat. We are producing heat. This is called solid state welding. Then we'll come to arc welding. We'll discuss about the arc welding first. Then only we'll proceed to resistance welding, spot seam projection. Then we'll be coming to beam processes. So first of all, we will discuss what is an arc and how it is produced. So in arc welding, this is the sources of arc. This is the sources of heat. Classification of welding on the basis of sources. Now, uh, before jumping to the production of arc, before jumping to the production of heat generation for welding, we'll go to basic types of joints. One is butt joints, one is butt joint. Type of joints means the order in which two metals are placed together in order to weld, in order to make a joint. So butt welding is face-to-face welding when two metals are kept together in such a way that their edges are combined together, then this type of joint is known as butt joint. So we can see in butt joint, the first joint, this is a butt joint. In this butt joint, we have a direct face-to-face interaction, face-to-face joining. This is known as butt joint. Whereas in lap joining, we have one joint over and we have one metal over another. This is called lap. Lap means one is above the other, and these two are not face to face and not edges are each other, but they are kept one over each other. So this kind of joint is known as lap joint. In T joint, we simply make a T of two metals, and welding is done here and here. Similarly, lap joint welding is done here and here. In case of butt joint, the welding is performed here and here on both the faces, the here on both the edges, and edges, edge plus face, edge plus face. This is edge plus face. In case of T joint, we will be producing joint at edge to edge, edge to face, and edge to face, and face to face. Here we will be performing joint welding. Here we will be performing welding. In corner joint, when two edges are joined together, we apply heat and weld tool here, and weld material here is deposited here. This place, this is called corner joint. When in edges joint, when two edges are face to face, hold together, and they basically welded together. This is known as edge joint. So we have five basic types of joints: butt joint, leg joint, T joint, corner joint, edge joint. This is the five basic types of joints. Then come four basic types of fusion welding. So how fusion is create, how weld is generated. So this we can see bead or surface weld. You can see we produce a bead all along the width of this. We produce a bead all along the surface. This is called bead or surface welding. Then we have groove. We fill up the groove with the molten material. We fill up the groove with the filler material. This is called groove welding. Whereas in fillet welding, we apply heat weld at the edge of this at the edge of this these two. One is this point, another is edge. One is edge, another is face, and similarly in plug welding, we have two metals over each other and we apply a pool on the face of this metal. So this is four basic types of fusion welding. So we have got all these welding we can cover up. So first we studied about the arrangement of the metal that are to be welded. Then second we got to know about the weld pool or welding material, basic placement of welding material in order to make a joint. Then we have five welding positions. So welding positions, as we know, in what direction we have to weld. So here, if we see from front on my laptop or computer, I am going in X direction, positive X direction, that is horizontal welding position. Then if I am going positive Y direction, then it is vertical, positive vertical up. Then we are going. Then this is this. If we are going positive Y direction, then the welding type is known as welding vertical up direction. Then if we are coming negative Y direction, that means we are going downwards. We'll have vertical downwards position, and then we are going. We are doing face or top surface of the box in XY plane, in XZ plane, then it is known as flat welding. And if we are doing beneath the roof, and if we are doing beneath the, then we have welding position beneath the roof, or likewise we are doing by simply putting up our face on the roof. This is called overhead welding. So these are the five positions: positive X direction, then vertical upwards, vertical downwards, flat upwards, and flat downwards. These are five welding positions in which we put the torch and put the electrode torch arrangement, so that we have five different welding positions. Now we will be coming to explanation of five different welding positions. We have axis of weld, then this is axis of weld is vertical, axis of weld is horizontal, axis of weld vertical, axis of weld horizontal. So in case flat welding, this is flat welding. So axis of welding is horizontal. Again, in this case, the axis of welding is horizontal. In this case, axis of welding is vertical, and in this case also, the axis of welding is horizontal. So we can see we are doing top of the flat, top of the table. This is flat position A. Then we have horizontal overhead position. This is also we are doing by raising our head onto the roof. This is called, this is also axis of weld horizontal. These two are weld axis of horizontal. Then we have axis of weld horizontal. This is we are doing on top of the table, and this is axis of weld. This is axis of weld vertical to the positioning of weld. So these are two vertical y direction axis of weld. We are doing y direction, then we are doing y direction, then we are doing x direction, and they are doing x direction. So these are welding positions, fillet weld, split. Now we are coming to the classification of welding. So fusion welding is defined. Fusion welding is categorized into different modules. You can see one is consumable electrode, non-consumable electrode. Because we discussed when the pressure is applied, there is no need of applying extra metal or filler metal. So this filler metal is provided by the electrode itself, the rod that is being used, the object that is being used to produce heat. Either it could be consumable or non-consumable. So these are two different types of electrodes. So in non-consumable electrode, we are either applying extra metal or filler metal, or we are not applying any metal, extra filler metal, and we are applying just pressure. So these are two types of electrode: consumable electrodes and non-consumable electrodes. Then we have to then we are coming uh, flux protected, inert gas protected, because as we told that it is absolute necessity to save the molten metal from the environment, from the oxygen, so that it does not perform metal dioxide. It does not perform metal dioxide, so we have to protect the face, we have to protect the welding pool from the environment. So when we are protecting the molten pool from the environment, we have two types of production. Either it could be gaseous production or solid state production or powder production. There we have flux protected and inner gas protected. So these are two types of production. Then we have single pass or multiple pass, that is also included, but we have where in just one hand or at the glance of one stroke we do the welding. This is single pass, and multi pass when we are doing to and backward, to and fro, that is we are going forward and then again coming backward in order to complete the welding. Then we have autogeneous and filler, then homogeneous and heterogeneous. Autogeneous, we earlier discussed that either we have to apply force or filler metal. So if we are applying pressure or force, then it is autogeneous. If we are not applying pressure, in order to bring the both welding metals to close, this will be known as filler metal. We will be applying filler metal. And when we are applying filler metal, either it could be of parent metal or non-parent metal. So this is homogeneous. This is difference between homogeneous and heterogeneous. For the time being, I am signing off. We will be coming for more elaboration of welding in our next lecture. Okay, bye.